Are we live?
Hey, we are live.
What's up?
Well, it looks like we've got one person on here live. We're doing our first scope. What's up? What's up? Welcome. So we are going to be talking about email marketing, content marketing, and some strategies around that. So,
And I'm not really paying attention right now because I'm trying to post the link here.
So for you guys that are scoping here with us, we just posted the link live. Also in our, you guys can hop over there and join that as well. We share lots of same kind of strategies and whatnot in there as well. So one of the main things is we're going to just look for some questions from you guys around the topic of content marketing, email marketing. You guys probably can't see Robin very well,
so we'll
have to slide back and forth. What's up? What's up, Dr. Stern?
What's up, Mr. Rory? Hey, Pisciottas doesn't know what those little heart things are down there.
Yeah.
People can tap their screen and they can give us little hearts if they like us.
Oh,
so
if you
give me a kiss, they might give us more hearts.
Oh. Okay. Go. Yeah. Nice. So, we want to talk about email marketing as it's a topic that a lot of people ask us about. There's a lot of ideas.
Well, really, I think that is totally distracting us up there. We have it on the big screen so I could read the comments, but it's a major delay on the webcast. But anyways, if you see us look up there, that's what we're looking at. Yeah, so anyways, really talking about content, but especially email content.
Specifically,
because people are always like, well, I don't know what to write in my emails. I don't know what I should write. And specifically, people don't know what to write in order to make money, in order to sell things. And one reason is because a lot of gurus out there, if you ask them, what to do, they tell you, oh, well, just give content and just be helpful. But the truth is that a lot of them don't know because they're hiring other people to write their content for them. So there's really good content. There's giving content, but there's also content that could be good that could also make you money at the same time.
So we're looking, we got lots of people joining, cool. So you guys realize this is like my absolute first experience with Periscope. Robin has just been so in love with this platform that's all she's been talking about for 2 weeks. So I'm seeing hearts pop up and stuff's going on.
And listen, we have no idea. We have never watched another person's Periscope ever.
Well, she says it's her first too. Okay, we'll learn. So
we've never watched one. So if we're doing something opposite than what you expected or what you're used to seeing,
then just holler at us, man.
You'll just have to get over it, really, because we dance to the beat of our own drum. So this is what we're doing.
We do. One of the things is I'd like to field some questions, man, from some of you guys that are on there. It says there's 10 of you guys on right now. Let us know. I mean, what questions you might have around email marketing, or we can just start yapping about it. One of the common things. This is perfect, or at least. You
know what's so funny, Rob, is that it's really not perfect for my personality. I love yapping, but I'm a very organized, plan things kind of person. And it freaks me out to think oh my gosh, I'm just gonna freaking start yapping and I'm gonna lose my train of thought. This is really perfect for Mike because he's Mr. Cool.
I don't know about the Mr. Cool thing, but I'm definitely more just go with the flow, fly by the seat of my pants, get on, turn the camera on, and just deliver content and answer questions and stuff. Whereas Robin is not that.
On Facebook, I am. Facebook.
Well, because she can think and plan and stuff, but on the fly, it just freaks her out, man. She freaks out and stuff. So, one of the things that we'll start talking about email marketing is where we see a lot of people just kind of, I wouldn't say messing up, but where they're not getting results that they're looking for is the common approach that we see is people approach email marketing and their email sequences look something like this. It's, content, promo. And what happens is the promo is the one that sticks out among all of the others, and it's disjointed. Hello, Latoya.
Well, what happens is that you're creating a pattern is what you're doing when you do that. And you're creating a pattern of ease. The person feels comfortable. They feel like, oh, Mama so-and-so's feeding me good. They're feeding.
Certainly.
It's a pattern of ease, and then it's punctuated with tension at the end. But if you change it instead of content, promo, and you change it to where it's problem, solution, what happens is that the pattern you're creating is a pattern of tension. And it's punctuated at the end with a release, with happiness, with thankfulness. That's why some people can sell the crap out of their stuff and people are actually thanking them for it. They're saying, thank you. This is so great. This is what I needed, because it's actually, when they buy from you, it's actually ease. It's
a release.
Actually
It's a release. Exactly. And so the emails are geared to kind of, if you will, kind of awaken the subscriber or the person to the problem, and whatever problem that is. We could, talk about different problems, but the gear of the sequence is to awaken the person to the particular problem that your solution solves. Like, so for Robin and I.
Oh, wait a minute. I bet people watching, did anybody feel weird when we said talk about problem, solution? Did it make you feel weird inside to be like, I don't want to talk about problems and solutions? Because what happens is it might feel, ew, that's gross to talk about that way. I just want to give, I just want to teach. So what I found, because that's my personality, right? I like to give and teach too. So
what's up, Jay? What's up?
What's up? So
what it is, y'all?
So instead of thinking about it like that, over, oh, I'm just going to talk about problems all the time, think of it as though you're talking about mindset, rather. You're helping someone to see their situation in a better way, to see their situation in the way that they need to see it and the way that they need to think about it in order to take the action to get out of their problem, right? Because why would you want to give in a scenario that it makes people resist the thing that is going to get them out of their problem?
Like,
to me, that's not cool. You want to give in a way that makes people want to take action to get out of that problem.
If you guys will notice, when we converse, it's kind of like double Dutch going. So we've kind of learned how to master the art of kind of hopping in.
This is what I do.
When there's an opening.
Pisciottas, let me talk.
That's what she does. Well, or if we're on like a podcast or something, our office, we sit across from one another. Her desk is on the other side of the office there, and she'll flag me down, or she looks like
I'll throw something across the room.
She's known to do that as well.
You'll have to get used to two people talking on a Periscope.
But the main point is that, and I'll use one of our flagship programs, List Building Machine, as kind of an example. Now, the problem that it solves is that people, we are, you're definitely right, we are crazy. The problem that the program solves is that people aren't building their list, or they're not doing it consistently, and they're not consistently attracting leads with an automated system that is working. So the angle that we would take using email with the program would be to present that problem to them. The problem is that you're not getting leads and you're not getting them consistently. They know the problem, so the angle from a good email sequence would be we would want to come out of the gate just awakening them to that problem, touching on the problem, and bringing them to a realization of that problem. And then at the end of that sequence, let's say it was a 3 email or a 5 or a 7, however long the sequence was, the solution would be the presentation of the program. Because now, throughout, as they're reading the emails or getting our emails, those emails are continually kind of maybe for lack of a better term, I would say kind of picking at the scab.
They're
that's
awakening
there.
your need or your need to get out of your problem.
Yes.
Here's a good example. If anybody's in our Marketing Megaminds Facebook group, first of all, if you're not in there, you should get in there. Go to marketingmegaminds.com. But
Join the group,
anyways,
certainly.
we did a 3-part post in there quite some time ago, and people are always finding it and they're loving it. It was a 3-part post about email marketing. And what we were teaching in that post, it really wasn't teaching you how to do email marketing. It was teaching you about why you should do email marketing. It was teaching you about what kind of weird freaking mindsets you have going on that's keeping you from doing email marketing. It was teaching you all kinds of great results you can get with email marketing. But it wasn't teaching you anything about how to do email marketing. And here's the thing that's really cool is that it was teaching. It was giving. People would comment on that like, wow, oh my gosh, this really impacted me. This was amazing. I learned so much from this. But we weren't teaching them how to do email marketing. So if anybody's like me and you're like, really, you have a really giving heart and you're a teacher by nature, I found that when we first started doing like coaching and mentoring and stuff, my brain would be like, I have to teach, I have to teach, I have to give, I have to give. And when it came to what kind of content to write, I was always teaching the thing. And because I thought that's what you have to do if you're teaching. Like I thought that was the only way to teach, is to teach the thing. But I didn't realize that you can teach people about their problem. You can teach people how to get out of their problem. You can teach people why their problem's holding them back and how great it would be to get out of their problem.
It's kind of like
still teaching.
It's kind of like if you look at it this way, if we think way back in the days, way before medical science and whatnot had awakened us to the dangers of cancer, right? Back then, people had cancer and had no idea that they were carrying around this dangerous thing until they were educated about that problem. The same thing, people are carrying around these particular problems. Either their emails suck, or they're not getting sales from them, or they're not getting leads, and they're carrying that problem around until they get educated. Once they're educated about the particular problem that they're carrying around and realize that, oh, I do have that problem. It is a problem. It's hindering me in this particular area of my life or my business. Until that happens, and then they won't find a solution. And so the angle that you want to take in your email and in content is to educate the person about the problem, awaken them to the problem, to the consequence of the problem, to what it's like to have it, so that they can fix the problem. Because if they don't see that they have a problem, and they don't see that it is a problem and what that problem is costing them, they'll never get a solution to it.
That email marketing 3-part thing that we did, like we were teaching our booties off in that 3-part series. We were teaching, people were loving it, but at the end, what happened is that not only did the person leave feeling like, wow, I learned a lot, this is great, but they also left feeling like, holy crap, I need to do email marketing and I need to buy your junk right now. So you can, the one is better than the other.
You're absolutely right, Jay. We are absolutely crazy.
Crazy!
So
this junk is killing my back trying to lean in here. Like, but anyways, it's like you're still teaching people, but one way, if you're just giving content, the way that most of the gurus teach you to do it, all that's happening is that somebody is walking away feeling a few things. They might be feeling, wow, they're really smart. That person is really smart. They might walk away feeling like, wow, I got a lot out of that. All those might be good things, but what if somebody could walk away feeling like, man, I got a lot out of that, and I need to get my frickin' booty up out of my problem and do something about it and go find a solution and get myself taking action. That one is better. So it's like one way of content is like serving your ego. It's serving you, it's stroking you. It's stroking your ego, and it's like if you have a really good heart, I know a lot of people might, I know because I experienced it myself, you might get more satisfaction from people sending you responses to your content and complimenting it, right? Like that gives you more satisfaction than a PayPal notification. Mike, the PayPal notification gives him more satisfaction.
Certainly.
But for me, if you have a real sensitive heart and if that's your personality, and which it's for most women usually, what happens is that you feel a better sense of fulfillment and more satisfaction when somebody is complimenting or responding to it in a good way, because you think, wow, that really impacted them. That really affected them. But your brain doesn't connect that the fact that you got a PayPal notification and somebody went and bought your thing, that means, hello, big time. It affected them. It impacted them so greatly that they're not going to sit in their crap any longer. They're not going to sit in their problem any longer. And that's way more powerful. It's way more serving.
Let me ask if you guys, listening here, watching in, scoping in, whatever you guys want to call it.
Scoping.
Do you have any questions about email marketing? I mean, we got a couple points that we want to cover and stuff, and we'll continue to yap. But I'm just curious if you guys have any questions, or if you guys are just watching and joining just because you like Robin and I, and you guys are absolute email rock stars. I'm not sure. So share a question. That's why I keep looking up. There's another screen open so I can see the questions pop in.
Yeah, because I cannot see these
really,
little comments on the teeny little thing.
Yeah, it's kind of challenging to see them there. So along with that, I mean, there's other things about email that makes email really, really well.
Or content in general.
Or content in general. We were just interviewed last week on a podcast, and one of the questions that we were asked was, about engagement. People always are chasing this engagement, and if you do follow us, you know that generally things that we put out there get a lot of comments, lots of likes, and those kind of things. But the question that we were asked is, how do you get engagement? And the answer that we had given, there you go, Mr. Stern. There you go. All right. So, the engagement question.
Did you have a squirrel moment?
I did a little bit, yeah. Rory totally.
We're not used to reading comments and talking at the same time. We do traditional webinars where you keep the freaking comments to the end, people. Yeah. But no, we'll get used to it, okay? We'll get used to it.
So, complete squirrel moment.
Okay, I
remember. So, the point about engagement and the question that we were asked on the podcast was, how do you guys get so much engagement, blah, 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 blah. And I said, the number one thing about engagement and writing good content and creating good emails and things that people like is don't focus on engagement. We don't create content to get engagement or to get likes or to get shares or to get any of those things. We just simply react to real life, or we write about real things that happen to us, real stories, real situations, and how they can apply to business and to marketing. And the reason that they get engagement and they get likes, comments, responses, whatever you want to call it, is because it's genuine and it's real, and people can immediately kind of connect with it because it's real life stuff, real life stories, and people immediately connect, and engagement is a natural response to that. And so what we were talking about is that where people really mess up is they focus on, I want to get engaged, how they sit down and they're like,
what can I post?
What can I write, or what can I create that's going to get engagement, that's going to get responses, that's going to get people talking and interacting with it, and you're doing it in reverse. It's the wrong way. The angle that you want to take is to just put real stuff out there, things that will actually serve people, and engagement will be a natural extension or response to that.
Okay, here's a good one that I got. Could you tell by my eyes? I was like, this is what husbands and wives do. I'm like, yep, I agree. Finish so I can talk.
Somebody just asked a question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What did
I believe it's Jay. He said, how often is a good broadcast sequence to list?
How often what? What was it?
I'm
It's
not.
gone. I don't see the comments
It's over
anymore.
there. It says how. You might need to rephrase. Basically, are you asking how often should you send emails? Is that the question?
The question's gone.
Yeah, the
Type
question
it
left-
again because
Yeah.
we don't see it anymore.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
how often should you email? Every day is
That's our goal. Our goal is
my
to
goal.
email every day.
If you have the ability to and you have good stuff to say, every day.
Yeah, that's
At
the point, though. Email as often as you have something valuable and something helpful and something good to say. Don't just email every day just for the freaking heck of it.
Just for the sake of it, I would say that the goal ultimately should be to send email every day. And here's let's kind of go with this, Rob, because when you share this and when you share kind of some of these things that we're talking about, you generally get most people like, oh my God, I don't want to send that many emails to people and this and that. And what happens is you now put yourself into this apologetic state of marketing. You guys can coin that. That was a damn good phrase. It's an apologetic state of marketing where you, like, how many times have you gotten an email, like 2 emails in the same day from someone? So taboo, right?
Oh my God.
And
nerve.
the worst thing about that is the second email apologizes that you're getting it. It's like, oh, hey, here's a second. I'm sorry that I'm sending it. I know you're busy, but I just wanted to tell you this real quick. Why would you do that? Why would you apologize? To be honest, you should approach content. You should approach email. You should approach your list, your subscribers, your followers, as it is a privilege for them to know you, to interact with you, to engage with you, to consume your content. It's a privilege for them. Never apologize and never approach your marketing apologetically. And I share this because for those of you that are listening, when I said email daily, and for those of you that have watched the replay, you probably cringed and like, what are people going to think? Who cares? Who cares what they think?
Okay, so what about how many emails? If you're there's a difference, okay? This is what a lot of people don't understand. There's a difference between emailing your list where you're just keeping the communication and keeping the relationship going, right? Telephone. Where you're just keeping the relationship going and you're just talking, you're giving, you're teaching. That's one type of emailing, but there's a completely different type of emailing. We always like to call it a push. Really, like it's like a campaign, a promotion, that if you're promoting something that is time sensitive, if you're launching something or if you have a sale that's going on in a certain window, during that time you absolutely should be emailing at least once per day, at least twice on the last day. And there's a reason for that. It's because a lot of times people aren't getting your emails right away. We have people who open an email that we sent like a week after
later,
we've sent it. People get busy, things like that. And people need to also sense that, wow, there's something going on that I should pay attention to. So it's different when you're in like a campaign mode. You should definitely be sending.
So to answer your question, above all, is the goal should be to mail daily if you have something to say, but follow the rule that you should email. I don't believe in getting into like a schedule. Oh, I'm going to mail every Tuesday or every Tuesday and Thursday or every Wednesday. I kind of like to mix it up because the thing about email you need to remember is that people's inboxes are flooded. You're competing continuously for their attention. And if you begin to get patternistic and whatnot, then you fall into that mundane. There's no reason for people to open your emails. There's no reason for them to, once they start expecting certain things, then there's no wow factor and you just begin to blend in. So
and it doesn't have that same sense of genuineness and like I've got something to say right now.
Certainly.
Kind of thing. Like Periscope is, like, hey, boom, I got something to say, I'm popping on. Same concept there.
Which is a good point. I think that's a good way to approach email. It's like kind of like
there
Periscope.
You go. There's a writer downer or a tweetable tweet, whatever the heck you kids are calling it these days. Approach your email marketing like Periscope.
Certainly. And so when it comes to like actually writing emails, I'll give you guys just some good best practices that I've learned and things that I know work. And the number one thing that makes email work well as far as a best practice from the writing perspective, throw out all rules of grammar. And a lot of people get really upset about this. So when you're saying,
hey, you're talking with your hand and putting it right in my face.
I'm Italian. If you hold my hands, I won't be able to talk. I'll just be completely quiet. So you want to approach email and throw out grammatical rules. And what I mean by that is if you write emails and there's these big blocks of paragraphs, people are not going to read it. It's not easy to consume. You want emails to be short sentences or a sentence and then a space and then a sentence. Even though grammatically it is completely wrong, but it's consumable, it's easy on the eye, and it's not intimidating, and it keeps the person moving down the email, reading the next line, the next line, the next line. And you want to learn how to write in a way that is more concise. So the least amount of words that you can use to convey.
That's not easy, people.
Which is for Robin is very challenging, which is why I write most of our emails. Because it's just challenging to kind of digest everything down to this very small, the least amount of words possible, because people are busy and you're continuously competing for their attention, especially in an inbox.
Yeah, and when he said about keeping people focused and making it concise, there's another good tip that it's probably, in my opinion, it is the number one thing that kills.
Is that the link we're supposed to share?
Yeah, I shared it already. There's one thing that's the number one thing that kills copy that otherwise would be fabulous. Content that would be fabulous, and it kills it. And that is if you try to make too many points in that point of contact.
Good point, very good point.
So what that means is that you have to have one single focus on every point of contact. If it's your Facebook post, if it's your email that you send out, you should be able, before you write it, to be like, what is the number one, only one point that I'm trying to make. Because if you're a natural born teacher and you've got so many things to share and so many things to say, and especially if you're an expert and you know your junk, you know it through and through, you could get on and you could riff about a million different things, and you could just teach and give and give. But is that really serving people? Is it really serving people if they walk away feeling like that was awesome, but they don't remember jack? They don't remember one particular thing or one particular point that
Jay,
you were trying to make.
To answer your question, yes, it does.
Which one? The email one?
If either of them. If you're talking about the email marketing training, yes, there's swipe files in there. And if you're talking about a list building machine, yes, there's swipe, there's examples, there's copy examples, everything in there.
Yeah, so anyways, back to this whole 1 point thing, this one premise thing. It's very important that somebody walks away from consuming your content, even if it's just a rant, like I do all the time on Facebook. If it's just a rant, if it's just telling a story about something that happened in your day. I just did one today on my Facebook post about some people that I saw at 7-Eleven this morning. They were asking for money and things like that. And I had one very important takeaway point that I shared in that story. There's a million angles I could have hit that story from. There's a million other things that were in my mind and in my heart to say about what I saw. But you have to have the discipline. You have to have the discipline to say, what's going to serve the people reading this is if I keep it to 1 point that I'm making, so that when they walk away, they got it. It impacted them. It made them think different. It changed them. It inspired them. Whatever. Instead of going all along like we're doing now, you're allowed to do it on Periscope.
Yeah.
But instead of going all around all your random thoughts. And it's very important when you're selling things as well, because somebody has to walk away with, bam, that's what I'm going to get out of this thing. That's what I'm going to get out of this.
Single focus. So
think of it. Wait. I got to tell you, this is a good one. Think about TV commercials, right? You never see a TV commercial.
At least not a good one.
About a car or about car insurance, even about toothpaste, whatever. You never see a commercial telling you about all the benefits of the stinking toothpaste in one commercial, do you? You're going to see commercials in a different way now. Every commercial, what we like to tell our private coaching clients is that think of your content as writing, think of it as an angle. What is my writing angle in this email I'm going to send out? Take one angle per email. And that's another reason why, hey, you're free to send crap tons of emails.
Certainly.
Because you need to hit all those angles, right? There's this Liberty Mutual car, I think it's Liberty Mutual, where they're standing at the bridge with the Statue of Liberty behind them, and they're telling a story, and it's like, hey, I just got this new car, and, I got in a car wreck, and then I find out from my insurance company that they're not going to give me enough money. And basically the angle, the one point they want you to take away from that particular commercial is that they will give you more or give you equal to the value of your car if it's totaled.
And then
they have another one that hits it from another angle and from another angle. So there's always one point for you to take away. There's always one emotional feeling that you take away. There's, what's that other one? There's an Advil commercial. And there's, they talk about, there's one where it's like this Italian mother, and she's got all her family over, and she's making
sauce,
she's
and
making sauce, and she's
basically,
like,
yeah,
I never like to ask for help. I never ask for help. It bothers me to ask for
That's
help.
Robin's Italian grandmother voice.
It bothers me so much, and but and not wanting to ask for help
And being
in pain.
and the pain limiting her,
Yeah.
so that's the angle.
But then you see this same product on the commercial on the next channel, and it's this nice, young, happier lady, and she's like, yeah, I just got this dog from the animal shelter. He was the oldest one there. He was about to be put to sleep. And so I have to take care of him all day long. I have to lift him up. And so, I need Advil, basically. So it's appealing to a different person. It's appealing to a different emotion. It's appealing to a totally different benefit or selling point of the product. They don't try to sell all
the
these
different angles
in the same email. And you'll notice that if you get our emails, there's usually just one point that we're making. There's one angle. We've even had people email us when we were doing like a promotion, and this one guy emailed us and was like, bam, he was like, I had to buy this. You guys pushed every single button. You hit every single angle because we approached it from a different angle each email.
So the point is to maintain a single focus and not try to fill your emails or even your sales pages with all these different angles and whatnot. Yeah. So I want to see if there's if you guys have any kind of comments or whatnot. Considering this is our first one, we probably won't yap for hours and hours.
We don't even know how long are these things supposed to be.
As long as we want them to be. So I'm just curious that, in light of what we're sharing, if you guys have any other questions, content marketing questions, email marketing, even general, anything that you want to know about marketing, man, you got us here. Let us know. If not, we definitely have other things that we could be doing.
It's time for Pisciotta to start making dinner. He makes dinner early.
We do utilize the early bird special here in our home. We usually eat dinner by 4 o'clock at the latest. That's kind of part of what we do.
Yeah, so anyways, basically just keep your junk to one single focus, whether it's an email or whether it's a Facebook post. You could be telling all these different angles, but somebody doesn't walk away with a solid understanding of what they just got. If you know what I mean. Like
so
they walk away with like, oh, that's the point I got. And it's way more effective. How did we make our first money online? Well, our very first.
We sold trash on Craigslist.
Yeah, that was our very first.
Very first dollars online came from selling trash on Craigslist when we were dead broke.
Yeah, we were totally broke. If you don't know anything about our story,
I just put the video today. Go to our website, marketingyourpurpose.com. Go to the About section. Just scroll this a little bit down the page, and there's a video there that we just walk you through our entire story from me being in prison to how Robin and I met to business failure, economy, selling trash on the Craigslist, the whole nine. Head on over there and check it out. And if you guys are watching this and you are not in Marketing Megaminds, go to marketingmegaminds.com, request to join. There's a ton of freebies. We're in there sharing the same kind of things. It's a great place. Ask some questions, hang out.
How about from our first product? We did it from email marketing and from
list building.
A launch, a webinar, list building to get people onto our webinar and selling the product from there. And that's how we made money with our first product, and that's how we still make money today. That's the one true way that we stick to it.
I think the thing to really know about what your question is from our first product, things haven't really changed a whole lot. As far as what we do in our marketing, like the same strategies, we just, got better, obviously, over the years of doing things. We were able to hone in, and from utilizing the things that we were doing and getting feedback from people and seeing what's working, what's not working, we've just honed it and just gotten better and, just crafted what we're doing, to be better at it each time. But mainly it's, you need an audience, which is a list, and you need really good emails, and good Facebook ad strategies are really like the pillar. Basically,
like the name of our handle here, Funnel Fanatic, is you need a funnel. And basically, if you're trying to sell things online, you need to know how to get people, and you need to know how to get those people to buy your stuff. Yep. Those two things are, if you haven't mastered that, I mean, not just done it, tried it, and then off to try the next thing. I mean, if you haven't mastered it, then there's nothing else you need to be spending your time on learning at this point in time.
Certainly.
So we did that, and we got a little bit of results. We sought to master it, to get better and better and better at it. You can put us, we even had an idea for a reality show on TV. You can put us in any circumstance, any economy, with anything to sell in any niche, any market, and we will set up shop and we will know how to get people and how to convert those people.
To answer your question, Jay, you said recommendation for first product price. There's no way.
We can't answer that.
There's no way. There could be, because it depends what your goals are. It depends, what do you want out of your business. It depends. Some people want to build a very high-end luxury brand and will not sell anything under $2,000 or $2,500. Some folks just want to bring in lots of customers, and their strategy is, to bring in customers, give them a taste of some really good content, really good programs and trainings at a low price, because once they get in, then, they're going to be wowed by what you offer them at 47 or 97 or whatever that price point is, that they'll naturally move up. So
I
the answer, it could vary based on what your goals are, what kind of a funnel you want to build, and who you want to serve.
Yeah, I think the way to really approach it is you have to reverse engineer, like Mike said. You have to look at where is your money going to come from in your business. And so if a product is like the very first thing you're trying to do, then you need to realize, what's the price point of this product? How many of them do I need to sell each month to hit my goal? So that, first of all, and then second of all, the second most important thing you need to think about is, instead of like, what's the price for a product to sell, is what do people need? Jay. I have a solution for a certain people, and what's required for them to get the solution. Is it going to be a big beefy training? Can they get the solution quick and easy? If they can get the solution quick and easy, then yeah, it would lend itself to a cheaper product. If they need a big beefy thing, then you need to create a big beefy thing. It depends on what your people need and how you need to deliver it. But going back to the thing about the funnels and about knowing how to get people and get people to buy your stuff, we have a program actually that's coming out soon that's called Funnel Fanatics. Hey, you notice a theme here with the Funnel Fanatic. So if you want, you can go to funnelfanatics.com.
You're welcome.
And you can sign up on a wait list, because we're going to start opening it very soon.
In the next few weeks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, well, cool, man. So I don't see any other questions kind of popping in. We're getting hungry. So we...
and my back, I'm like, My
we're
back
all
is
crooked.
killing me.
Because unlike others, there's two of us trying to fit into a very small
We're going to have to
screen
figure
here,
out,
so-
and excuse the weird lighting from the window. We'll improve it for next time around.
Certainly, but this is our first one. We hopped on. Hopefully, we brought tons of value, and we'd love to hear what you guys got out of it, what you'd like us to scope about. So go to the Mega Minds group. Let us know. Hey, I want you guys to talk about this.
Yeah.
Or, I have questions about that. We're
yap
open
the
to.
best when people ask us
You too.
questions or when people shoot out
Or
a
shooting
topic.
stuff, yeah.
We'll just freaking go on and on about it forever.
So, well, cool. Thank you guys for joining us, man. And those of you who caught the replay, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in the group and scoping again, y'all.
Bye. How do we? Oh.